Well, good evening, black belts. I miss you guys. I will tell you that. Let's start right to business with Chiriyo. Onegaishimasu. All right. So hopefully your workout area is clear. It doesn't have glass objects, pets, small children, or anything that you might knock down. So that way we can go ahead and get ourselves a decent warm up, get that blood pumping. Certainly we all need that. And then we're going to get into some details on some form stuff, and I got some interesting homework for you. All right, so let's go ahead and start right up, get ourselves a little warm up. So make sure you got plenty of room. We'll go straight to fighting position. Yeah. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to do four direction drill. You guys have done this kind of stuff before. So if I'm doing 3 punches, then I'm going to be going 1, 2, 3, and then changing directions. 1, 2, 3, and changing direction. 1, 2, 3, and then changing directions. 1, 2, 3, changing back to start. That will be 1. Right? Okay? Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the camera. We're going to set that up. Right? Yeah. We're up. All right, we're going to do KI on 5, guys. The punch combinations are up to you. Ready? 1. First side. Second side. Third side. Yeah. 1, sir. All right, ready? 2. Good. 2, sir. Looking good. Ready? 3. Ready, sir. And come on, 4. 4, sir. Last go. Come on, best one. 5. Yeah. All right, nice work. Hopefully got a little bit of charge coming from that, a little bit of charge. So let's go ahead and get the upper body's going, get the lower body going. Yes, sir. We're going to do some easy 2-kick combinations. I'm going to start out with one of my favorites, which would be the snap side. You set that back down, get ready to go again. Snap to side. Set it back down, just go it again. Okay, let's get 5 each leg. Yes, sir. Okay, so set them up. Yeah. Ready? 1. Snap to side. 1, sir. Good. 2. Snap to side. 2, sir. Ready? 3. You can vary your target. 3, sir. 4. Come on. 4, sir. Last go. 5. Yeah. Good. We'll just go ahead and switch stance. Yeah. Other leg goes 1. 1, sir. Good. Ready? 2. 2, sir. Nice job. Come on. 3. 4, sir. Ready? 4. 4, sir. And last go. 5. Yeah. All right. And excellent. So when you were doing that, hopefully you had good foot position, decent chambers, kept that guard up the whole time, good balance, and eye on what you were hitting. Okay. So even when you're doing your warm-up stuff, you want to concentrate on your mechanics. You want to concentrate on that pinpointing. Make sure everything is at an excellent level at the black belt level. We want to detail as we go, even if it's just warm-up stuff. All right, so let's get an easy stretch. Yes, sir. Okay. And you know what I'm going to want? 3 splits, sir. Splits, right. Make your 3 wishes. So let's go ahead and make quick number 1. Yes, long split. Right. A long split on one side. And again, as you're setting this stuff up, we're trying to stay right up on top of the split, right? And so you guys don't lean into it anymore. So you do the best as you can to stay right up on top of that split. Okay? We're just go ahead and jumping on up with the other leg. Yes, sir. Okay. Stretching it down right on top of it, using the hands to support that weight. Okay, just hold it for a bit, just a little bit, Has it been a little? Oh, okay. All right, and then the last one is the heel split. Yes, sir. Just go ahead and open that rascal up. I am recommending you point your toes to the ceiling as opposed to laying your toes down on the floor. You can do it either way. I think you're going to get a better stretch with your toes pointing up. Okay, and that's good. Go ahead and shake those out. Yes, sir. Okay. All right, so got a nice warm-up going. So if you were able to watch any of the videos of the previous classes, we have been working on form detail, chambers, overall excellence on pattern. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and start at the Kunggang form. So let's take a look at this rascal. Yes, sir. All right, from Chiriyo to Junbei. Okay, so right away, black belt, then you're going to want to make sure that those toes are pointing straight forward. All right, even into the browns and some of the upper ranks, I see those toes splayed out in the horse. So you're going to want to make sure right here, you're already thinking about that stuff. But that is going to be excellent end to end. Okay? All right, stepping forward. Hey! So we're coming out with this double middle block in a front stance. And so the other thing to notice is that Kunggang, like take a gate, is a form that starts coming at you instead of starts by turning left. All right, so it's important to also detail to know. All right, he steps forward, palm straight. It's going to be mouth high You want this groove of your palm to be right into the target. Back stance, hand on the hip. Notice when the next count, when he throws the palm strike, the hand snaps back to the hip at the same time. Back stance, and again, it's in back stance. Okay, so walking backward with the big chamber, there's a twist in the trunk, snapping that forward, the toe is facing forward. You lock that hand onto the hip all at the same time. The whole thing clicks in. It's precise. It's well machined. Right, and again, back stance, walking backwards. Notice his toes pointing straight forward. And he steps right into that stance. He doesn't have to make stance adjustment. Okay, so when I draw the leg back in order to get into this diamond block, I want to think to myself, I'm going to be balanced the entire time. You don't want to think about the balance after the foot is on its way up. Okay, so you want to think about it now. All right, so as he goes into this, he's also going to chamber that high strike and that low strike so that those arms come in, and it's got a good chamber for all parts of this block. It ends up in a good balanced position. Okay, notice that the hand is outside the knee and not inside the knee. The hand for the high block is centered. It's not flying away over there. It's not flying away over here. Everything is good centering. Okay, and hopefully you guys are also able to stand on one leg and balance like this the entire time. All right, he steps down, make the stack, and bring that double punch around. 1, 2. Okay, so again, good. Facing on the stack positions. This fist is straight forward. This fist is facing 90 degrees from that, straight out into the direction of his rotation. His arm is level here. His arm is level here. This shape is very important. You don't want this to collapse. Okay, outstanding horse stance with toes facing forward. On the count, he rotates through, changes the stack, and changes it back. 1 and 2, just like that. Again, outstanding foot position on the horse stance. There are so many horse stances in this form. Watch out for that. Okay, a big chamber, double fist chamber to bring this around for the key eye on this mountain block. Down. Okay, hitting with the hammers, right? There's no changes in the hand positions here. I make this something other than that. Toes facing straight ahead. It's got great structure all the way around. Spinning 180. Comes around. Double middle block. Knuckles are mouth high on this rascal. Okay, notice that the armpits aren't closed. The arms aren't resting against the trunk. Okay, chamber for double down. Boom, and the foot moves in just a little bit. 1 foot width. As it slides in from there, same thing, got good air under the quad. Fists are out like you're carrying those 2 big suitcases. 180 as he comes back around, notice that there's a big chamber on this mountain block. This one has no key on. Okay, and we rotate back 90 degrees. Again, think before you move, I will be balanced. Chamber for the high strike and the down strike. Draws it right up. Excellent work. Watch how you chamber the stack. 1, 2, and brings it around. Okay, so on the spin punch, we've already done the spin punch. When he comes back around and makes this, I'm going to go ahead and have you do it in one smooth motion. This is the way that I'm going to want you to express it when you are doing your form. Okay, ready? Boom, boom. Nice. Okay, we're in the middle of the form again. So think, I'm going to balance before you move that foot. So there's no wiggle wobble when you get to the next diamond. Chamber both of those strikes. Outstanding. Stepping down. Cover and punch. Spinning around. 1 and 2. Here's your other corner coming out with that big TI. Notice both hands chamber. Big step on the leg. Everything big dynamic. But right into a horse stance with the toes pointing where they're supposed to be going. Get up! Like that. Good. Brings it around 180 degrees for the double middle. Knuckles mouth high. Just like that. Again, arms are not resting against the trunk. Foot steps in a foot width. Big chamber for double down. Nice. He's going to bring it around 180 degrees. Watch that chamber again. Bang. Brings it back. And now I think balance before I turn. 90 degrees to the front. Chambers the high strike and the down strike. Balanced, ready to go. Notice also the foot is touching the leg. Don't have your foot just hanging out there in space. Cover and punch. And he spins back in. 1 and 2. Center. Again. Good structure all the way around, stance all the way around, arm position, fist position. He still has space under the armpits here. All right, and then there's no place like home, so touch your ruby slippers together when you do your chumbi left foot moves. Hey! 1 and 2. Bravis! Bravis! Spin around. We're doing the form so you can see it from the other side. Okay, so back coming in. You've heard all of the detailing. I'm just going to give a few details this time. We'll count it out at a reasonable pace. Ready? Chumbi! All right, and at home, ready to rock and roll. I'm looking for excellence all the way around. Ready? Hey! Comes forward. Hey! Tom. Hey! And again. Hey! Backwards. Hey! Jump. Hey! Kicks it in. Hey! Looking good. Hey! Balance. Nice. Hey! 1, 2. Hey! Spin in. You're at the corner. Hey! I can hear you. Yeah! I heard you. Hey! Around. Hey! Go down. Hey! Back to the mountain. Hey! Back to the front with your diving. Nice. Ready? Hey! 1, 2. Hey! Spins. All right, take your time. Think balance. Hey! Draws it in. Nice. Hey! 1, 2. Hey! Spin and you're at the opposite corner. Hey! Come on now. Get up. There you go. Hey! Nice and loud. Scare the neighbors. Hey! Bring it down. Hey! Back around. Nice job. Hey! 90 degrees. You think balance before you lift that foot. Hey! 1, 2. Hey! And rolls it in. Chumbi. All right, well done, well done. Okay. There's a lot of things then going on with Kungan that you can detail that will transmute clearly into any other form that you're doing. So just like if we were doing basic form and I asked you to go home and apply those details to the highest form that you're doing in black, you're doing the same thing, only we use Kungan for our baseline today. All right, watch out for those horse stances, watch out for that balance. Make sure that when you're doing a high and a low strike at the same time that you chambered that action. You didn't just put them up there. The high strike isn't floating away. The down strike isn't in front. All those little things, you want to go back through, check each posture, and make sure each one of those has got all the facets of excellence. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the bird's eye view.
Yes, sir.
And so I'll go ahead and get you set up.
Right. Actually, I'll give you a couple of details while he gets this thing set up. When I'm trying to remember which foot to move, I think about lefts and rights in terms of where the form is. So if I'm facing this direction, and I consider this is the left side of my form, this is the right side of my form. And I go all the way over here, and I say my key eye, okay, I'm on the left side of the form, just for reference. And this guy, my left foot is on, going to be the reference for this. My left foot's going to come around. My left foot's going to move. My left foot comes back around. When I get myself to the other side, and I'm all the way over here, I'm on the right side of my form. And I do my key eye, and this is my right foot. So my right foot does the bring around, my right foot comes in, my right foot comes back around. For you guys at home that get kind of confused about which foot goes, or which way to turn, that always helps me. My own count, sir?
When you are ready,
Face it towards the front.
and let me just bring in this camera. Right. right, so on the fly. And then you can always rewind this stuff and take a look and go through it nice and slowly. And so I would really ask that you do that and then take a look at your form. If you're going to submit a video, and I would like a video that you have gone over this material, and even if you're working on GT or something like that, my video that I'm looking for is of Keum. And so please make sure that the video that you submit is for the form that we just did. All right, we are not just going to ask you to do your high-level form. We're going to work our way up to that stuff. All righty?
Right.
All right, so then let's take a look at the take-back pattern as well. So that if you're not responsible for the take-back pattern, it's still going to be very important for you to pay attention, take a look at these details. I'm sure this form will be yours soon enough. And also then notice that take-back does not come straight forward. Take-back is a form that turns. So, you know, again, I need you to think about these things. Why did they write it that way? Okay, so let's take a look at this this mountains.
Suzanne.
All right, so again, from chin up and chumei. All right, so you guys again, right from this posture, toes all the way to the top of your head, you've detailed every part. You should be very comfortable when you're standing here like this. If anything is not, adjust it so that way it is. Okay, so coming up, as you bring this up, right, notice that the fingers are gonna come more to a point, a spearhead, and not a butterfly, all right? And then taking your time, drawing these on down. This is not going to be a particular count. This is going to be something that you are using as the way you express yourself when you are doing this form. All right? Again, good air underneath here. These are facing straight down with the chop out. No marionettes. I don't want to feel like there's a string tied to your elbows pulling you up like that. All right? Well, watch that mechanical structure right there. The cat's in place. He's ready to step and move into this next posture. Hey! Right? And same side, other side. Just like take it 3, solid front stance. Using your order of motion, you want to look first when you make the changeover. Hey! Other side. The hands go to a spear. He draws it up. He's in a nice strong cat. Air underneath the armpits. Keep the quad open. And a comfortable structure right down the arm. So nothing is in a held or otherwise affected position. Ready? Step, guard, kick, same side, other side on the punch, solid front stance. Okay? Checking from behind as he moves around to the swallow form. Oh, and you met this rascal in take it 4, your friend and mine. We just want to make sure that when we make this rotation, that this is the center of the wheel, this is the outside. And so these are going to rotate together and reach their final positions at the same time. Just the way when you punch and pull a hand to your hip, they arrive at the same time. Turn, turn, turn. Nice compression of the core. Boom, bang. Solid front stance. Brings this punch right to center. You're going to open this fist up like there's a surprise inside. Like, oh, I want to show you that. I want to. Okay? There's got to be energy in every single move. Ready? Oh, yeah. Crank it, crank it, crank it. Solid intention. Bang! Brings it right to the front. Solid front stance all the way around. Or do the same thing. When you present that fist, you're going to open that rascal up. It's got to have energy to it. Crank it. A lot of core work right here. You can see us twist it. Okay? All right, we're getting ready to make that turn. So all these turns are going to be the same. So as we're coming around, make sure that the front foot is the post and the back foot is the one that's going to make the change. Ready? Okay, so we come around in here. We're in a 2-hand high block in a back stance position. Again, things are centered. Knuckles are mouth high. He's got good structure all the way around. Crank it, crank it. Nice. Change to front stance. The uppercut followed by the punch, then the kick, then the smash. Very similar to take it 5. Okay, solid front stance. Again, look when you make the change to the other side. Look, step. Okay, so from your 2-hand high block, cranking it. Use that body dynamic. Use that center, not just arm stuff. Boom, boom, pull, strike, smash. Okay, solid front stance. And he draws back to the check. So it's important that the front foot moves backwards and then kicks back. There it is. Okay, and out comes the double knife. All right, this is back stance. We're coming forward. This is all one solid motion. Remember, as you're moving with this knife hand, that there's a very slight dip with the elbow right there for that takedown. Hey! Boom, smack, yeah! In through. Key eye on the point. Again, front foot is the post, back foot moves. Hey! Bring it around. The punching hand drops to chamber and then comes back around. So you end up in a scissor block. All right, right in here, solid front stance. Hold the guard on the kick for the double punch. Hey! 1, 2. All right, again, looking when you make the 180. Hey! Turns, brings the scissor around. Solid front stance again. Hey! Kick past the guard. There's a double punch. Left foot moves. Shoot me. Beautiful. Okay. All right, so all those little things from toes all the way up to the top of your head. Each posture that you do, you want every single one of those things to be in place. Anything that doesn't feel right, there's a reason for that. So you're going to want to go back and see what needs to be adjusted. You should be comfortable in every single posture in your form. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at it from the other side.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to go a little bit less on the detail this time, but still reasonable pace.
Exactly.
All right, from Chube, take back pattern. Ready? Hey! Cross it up. Good. Hey! Holds the guard. Same side, other side. Hey! Look, step, upper body. Hey! Holds the guard. Boom. 1, 2. Nice. Hey! Check behind and. All right, use your core. Hey! Crank it, crank it. Good. And go. Hey! Pop. Comes around. Good. Ready? Hey! Pop. Crank it. Turn it out. Use that core. Yeah! Nice. Front foot stays. That's the post. Hey! 2-hand high block. Here we go. Hey! Around and around and around and up. Punch. There's the grab and pull. And smash. Good. Stepping in, stepping out. Hey! Hey! Good. Check behind as you pull the foot back. Hey! And then here it comes. Ready? Hey! Boom. Elbow. Smack. Back fist. Good. Good. Ready? Front foot is the post. Hey! Scissors. Hey! Hold the guard. Boom, boom. Hey! Other side. Scissors. Hey! Holds the guard. And Chube. Okay, so those are 2 perspectives. I'm going to go ahead and give you a bird's eye view on Baek pattern. And so that way you can see that other angle. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up.
Facing to the front.
Yes, sir.
Right. Ta! Ta! Two. 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 Yeah. Two. 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 Yeah. Two. 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 Out of breath.
Well, there you go, right? This is our SMA. If it was rock and roll, then he'd be James Brown, the hardest working man in rock and roll, but instead he's Mr. Eric, the hardest working man in martial arts. Well, hopefully you got yourself a lot of good information off of just those 2 forms. I would like to see you submit the videos of you doing those forms with your excellence on all the way up, crank it all the way up to high, and let's see what you got on that material. And I will be asking for your higher forms a little bit later for those of you who have forms that are beyond this level and need to go ahead and get those detailed as well. So we are going to go ahead and do that. All right. Now, I know that the big problem here really with social distancing is trying to do jujitsu. It is hard to do jujitsu when you social distance. Okay, but that's the whole point of jujitsu is somebody else isn't social distancing, so you have to track them. Alrighty. So what we have here, we want to take a look. We have Mr. Kevin's X on the floor.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Mr. Kevin's X on the floor, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the entries, and we're going to just do a couple of the Cardinals here. And so I'm going to have you working on as the entry because you're not going to have somebody else there. Go ahead and do your thing. All right, and so if you're standing in your ready position, and again, when you're doing jujitsu stuff, I don't need you with your guards up so much as long as you are ready to go. All right, and so the thing I'm interested in is that you know on a Kodagai, if the punch is coming in, that you're not standing on the punch line. Okay, so as you come in to address that you've gone ahead and sidestepped that punch line. I haven't sidestepped it much, less than a foot, but you need to be off the punch line. Right. Okay, so when the punch comes in, you go ahead and address that and getting that hand up. All right, so the next detail that I'm interested in doing these entries is getting that Atemi kick in there right away. All right, so as soon as the punch comes, you're looking for a green light. This person's going to do something physical. As soon as they move, you were ready for that because you were had your awareness also cranked all the way up to high and thought this looks like it might go south. So as this person comes in, you're coming in and bang, you're throwing that kick right away. Right? So I don't want to see you boop, did your block, your Jodan. And then, oh yeah, I'm supposed to give him a kick. All right, that's too late. Too late means you get punched or something. Right? All right, so from your punch line, sidestep and throw that kick right away. And so I want to do a Keum 5 just that much. So sir, you can get that Atemi kick in there immediately to that knee, then everything behind that can slow down for you a little bit. Right? Okay, but you really need to be able to make sure you're off that punch line. You've made contact. There's a connection there at the arm. And you've gone ahead and disrupted both balance and concentration with your Atemi kick. Right? Okay? All right. From any ready position that you like.
Sir, sir.
All right, let's get 5 of them. Ready? 1.
1, sir.
Good. You resets. Ready? 2. Boom.
2, sir.
All right. Ready, and 3.
3, sir.
Good. Resets it. Ready?
4. 4, sir.
Outstanding. And last, though.
5. Yeah.
Okay. And then again, when we take a look at this, I'm going to go ahead and rotate 90 degrees, bring Mr. Erkin in from this position.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Is that when I go ahead and throw this punch, is that when this hand comes up, it's just an easy cross. He's just making an X. He's just putting this in between here and here so that way he can move forward on me. The target's already gone because he's advanced. Okay? And then he's going to go ahead and throw that kick. So as soon as that happens, that's going to make an adjustment right there. This person's going to be making a skeletal change. All right, this off balancing right here is your window of opportunity to make the catch. And we're not making the catch today, but I do want you to understand that the last thing you're going to try to do is to grab the arm. You're not trying to grab a hold of it. You're just trying to put that X up there so you have a connection. This connection for you guys is as good as a grab to anybody else. Okay? All right, so let's take a look then. If you're doing a Kodagai 2, right? On a Kodagai 2, you're going the opposite way. All right, so you're going to the outside of the form. You're stepping off the punch line. I'm bringing that same barrier up and just making a connection with them, but it's the Atemi that I'm interested in. All right, so if you've moved off the line, boom, I need that kick right away. Okay, moved off the line, that kick is on. All righty? So as soon as you're making that step, you're thinking, this isn't just a step, it's already the kick. So don't step twice and then kick. Okay, step 1 and the kick's already there. All right, so let's take a look at that. This is for Kodagai 2. Remember again, as the punch came in, you were moving to the other side of the person. You guys on 5. Ready? 1. 1, sir. Right away. Ready? 2. Step. 2, sir. There. Step down from that. Nice balance. Ready? 3. 3, sir. Nice job. Ready? 4. Step. 4, sir. Okay. Okay. I hope you guys are keeping up. Ready? 5. Yeah. Nice work. Okay. So rotating over here again. All right. So again, as I throw the punch, he's just making that X. There's the connection. He stopped that thing from being able to cross the fence to come into his yard, and the Atemi is on the foot. When he pushes on that just a little bit, it's going to make a skeletal change. This person is now off of balance. Their concentration has been affected. You are ready for your catch. Right? Okay, so just one more time. When I throw it, bang, the Atemi is there. Okay, so we don't want late Atemis. Right? Okie doke? All right, last one I'm going to do today will be for the onikadaki. On the onikadaki, then the thing that I sometimes see is that you try to throw the kick. There is no kick, right? On this one, when I sidestep the punch, I'm going to punch him right in the bicep. That's what's going to happen. That's your Atemi. It's also the way that you're going to go ahead and finish the capture of the incoming arm, all right? I'm on the punch line. So as the punch comes in, I'm still moving off the punch line, and I'm just coming right in and attacking that arm, all right? That's why I always say to yourself, think about you're just a great big wild animal. If somebody was goofy enough to stick your arm out, you'd be happy to chew it right off of them. So it's not trying to get around the arm to get a better target. If they're going to give you an arm, you're going to take that. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and throw that punch. Now, if you've ever had this happen to you, then it's quite off-putting. Okay? So getting your arm wrapped up and getting slammed on the ground, that's just bonus. Right? If you can get a good bite on that bicep, you'll probably turn that arm pretty well off because it's going to be numb and froggy and stinging. And they may find them reassessing whether or not they want to proceed with an attack on you just from that much. Okay? So we're moving again. Right on the orange, the punch is coming down the line. You're going to sidestep it and get that punch and attack that arm on the way in. Right? Okay? Whether or not your fist deflects above the arm or below the arm for the two variations on the onikadaki, that's not important. That's why there's two variations. So whichever way your fist slips, you still can capture the arm and proceed. Okay? All right? For right now, I'm just interested in getting the sidestep, getting the jodan up, and getting that punch on that bicep to give them something to think about. Okay, so let's just do that one easy. Key on 5. Right? Ready? 1, 1, sir. Okay, so just punching that arm, no kick. 2, 5. There it is. Ready? 2, sir. Again. 3, 3, sir. Good. We'll practice this up. Make sure you're good at this stuff. Ready? 4, 4, sir. Okay, excellent job. And 5. That's one. Yeah. Boom. So again, we're coming right in through here. All right. As I throw the punch, there's the fence. He puts the deflector up and then just rifles that fist right into that bicep. Watch again as he's just maintaining position that if I was to continue with the punch, he wasn't even there. He moved forward, moved the target at me, put a fence up in between my arm and the rest of him, and then he went ahead and destroyed that incoming threat. Right? Okay? And if he wanted to go ahead and wrap things up and take it from there, then that's great. But again, if you had good accuracy and really pounded the nerves in that bicep right there, then that could be the end of things all by itself. Right? Okay? But you don't want to do a kick Atemi on this because then the arm will be gone. Right? And you won't be able to get this particular catch. This is a more complicated catch than the kotegaeshi. Right? Okay? So on each one of these, then I'm interested in, you bring your video submission, show me those entries. Kotegaeshi 1, Kotegaeshi 2, and onikadaki. If you don't want to mark the floor, that's fine. I don't necessarily need to see that. But I do want to see that when you move off the strike line, that Atemi is in place immediately. Right? So I'm looking for your form submission, Kungang, and Baek if you're responsible for Baek, and then entries on these first 3 cardinal techniques. And so you got all that in place. Okay. Also, then I'm interested in you applying your creeds because everybody forgets about their creeds when they're busy slugging it away. They're never out there going, I promise you. No, it doesn't work like that. So what we want to do is go ahead and think about that a little bit. All right. There's been a lot of changes to the way that we go about our day-to-day since the COVID-19 thing happened. And so we're all trying to, find our way again. So I would like for you to think about the I promise creed and how that applies to this situation and how we are all handling it. And give me a couple of thoughts. You don't have to write me a paper, but when you're pointing the camera out, so this is what I think about. This is how the I promise creed applies. This is how I apply the I promise creed to this situation. And let's see whether or not the noodle is working as good as the rest of the gear. All right? So everybody then again, I'm looking for some decent amount of homework. This is a black belt level. So go ahead and put in that time. Make sure you did that work. Get those video submissions up so I can get you your feedback. When I see you again, we're going to be going into some more higher level stuff. All right. Unfortunately, we're not going to do jiu-jitsu in Baek suits. So we're going to wait just a little bit. But all things will pass. We'll get ourselves back up and we'll be rocking and rolling. You guys, I'm sure, will get that chance to come in here and have some nice streaming drills. And we'll be back to business as usual.
All right. So I miss you immensely. I'm really enjoying taking a look at the video stuff. You know, for you guys that are submitting that is great. It's keeping us alive. Please keep going ahead and watching and submitting those videos. Stay on top of your training. Stay on top of your physical fitness. Keep your head clear so that way, you know, you can march your way through this, come out the other side, no problems. No problems. Okay? All right, ready, sir?
Oh, yeah,
Question.
Are you going to continue online classes with the
yes.
Yes.
In other words, let me just give you guys an idea about what our plan is. Regardless of what happens, we're going to continue to provide this content. Whether or not it's a Zoom conference that we're going to be providing the live version or a YouTube video. You can't, I mean, you think of it like this, you know, you kick someone, they fall down, you know what, you can kick me while I'm down. I'm still going to get back up. So the stuff that we're going to be providing for you, whether it's live or recorded, I still want to be able to provide my instruction for you guys, and I'm sure Mr. Rudy is going to do as well. So regardless of how we get this information to you, it's still going to be coming to you. Is that sufficient, Mr. Ben? Okay. So just, you know, be on the lookout for Facebook posts. If we provide, like right now, we have ourselves Monday classes. We basically set it up very similar to how classes ran normally. Demo, and then black belt, and then master weapons. Master weapons comes up next. Tuesday, we're going to run Pee Wee class, junior class, intermediate class. And Thursday, we're going to run advanced class, spar class, and adult class in those orders. You know, again, we'll Facebook you guys and let you know about that. But the goal is, if it turns out that we are unable to do a Zoom type of live feed, that I'm still going to be posting class and homework via YouTube. That's the way it's going to go. So I'll just keep your ear to the ground.
As everything changes and we make any adjustments, we'll be notifying you as soon as we can, so that way everybody can stay engaged. Again, I look at you all like family, and you know, to not see you here is definitely putting the pains on. All right, so in the meantime, you know, we're going to do what martial artists do. We're just going to hunker down. We're going to take care of business. We're going to ride this out and do what we got to do to get back to our normal lives.
Right.
All right. But any time that anything comes along that may affect us, you guys are going to know about it right away. We're not, you know, going to, come up with a bunch of stuff and then tell you last.
Right.
All right. All right. Work out hard. Give me those homework assignments, and I'll look to see you very soon. Ready? Yep. Thank you for teaching me.
Thank you for teaching me.